If your Amazon coaching offer is stuck between $10,000 to $20,000 per month, it's likely not your offer, and it's actually the architecture behind your acquisition framework and the overall brand they're trying to build. In other words, your content isn't the problem, it's likely your system. And specifically in the niche of e-com and Amazon specifically, Amazon content gets views. As we all know, we've seen lots of gurus come up and hit crazy numbers with their coaching and info offers and grow their brands drastically. But a lot of these were short-lived. And the thing that people don't understand is that views doesn't equal sales. So in this video, I'll be walking through the exact missing piece. And more specifically, how you can build an audience of actual buyers that convert onto your offer and get the most out of your time spent filming content and building your brand and overall scaling your info offer. And so the reason why most info offers in the e-com space, that could be Amazon, online arbitrage, wholesale, private label, growing Shopify brands, the most common reason why these offers plateau is because most people don't understand that even with strong content, without a conversion system on the back end, you cap your revenue. And in this video, I'll explain everything about that. Starting off with point number one, which is that content builds attention, but not conversions. Meaning that obviously attention doesn't equal appointments. Appointments then don't equal revenue. And what revenue actually is system design. And that might sound fluffy and vague, and so I'll explain it later. But in a nutshell, an acquisition system consists of multiple moving pieces. It's an entire funnel where every different piece of this puzzle serves a purpose. It's your top of funnel. It's your reach on short form. It's your ads. It's your call funnel. It's your YouTube content to nurture. It's having an entire ecosystem where every moving piece serves a purpose, a specific purpose that is always needed in every market, in every sales process to take someone from a stranger to a buyer. What a lot of people don't understand is that they think that they can have a single one of these moving pieces and that it's going to be enough. What likely happens is A, they have the reach, but they don't have the nurture. People don't trust them, but they kind of know them, right? But they see them. They don't really know they have an offer. Even if they do, they don't really trust them enough to buy or even invest 10, 15 minutes of their time to hop on a call because they don't really trust this person, haven't seen the case studies. They haven't, been invited into a story of how they do it specifically and seen their come up. So they don't really trust them, or they have all this back end nurture and it's very in depth, but they lack a top of funnel. They're not bringing in enough eyeballs in the first place to filter through these leads and filter through this market and get enough people to build desire and actually onboard people into their program. And so what we'll specifically be talking about in this video is the missing authority layer. And that's mainly your middle of funnel consisting of nurture. The reason why we're going to cover that is because a lot of people know how to do content. The front end's really easy, right? We just have to be bold. We just have to be captivating. And if you're already doing good numbers with e-com, chances are it's pretty easy to capture attention. But the missing layer is your authority layer. You need depth. Where we build depth is going to be platforms like YouTube, X, meaning long form explanations, mostly on YouTube, but X is also a platform that allows us to tap into a more sophisticated audience of sellers, people getting into e-com, people already doing e-com, and it allows us to share our frameworks and breakdowns, building reciprocity and proving that our mechanism, our way of doing things really does work. It's giving them enough time to really believe that what we do is real. And this is important because Amazon and e-com operators, they want to buy from experts, not entertainers, especially at a time where so many sellers and gurus have saturated the markets at a stage where there are these beginners and there are these people already in the game that are looking for real consulting. They're looking for real help, but it seems like it's not out there. It's like a dying hope because there's so many people that have flooded the space with courses catered to complete beginners with a lot of useless information, and their content is completely aligned with that. Their content shows that. You can probably see from a lot of these gurus' content that their course is probably not that promising. And so this also leaves us with an opportunity to be that person though, to be that guy, to put out our hand and say, hey, we're the guy that actually does numbers. We actually know what we're doing. We have a program, we have a one-on-one, we have a course that's actually tailored to really scaling, not just throwing a bunch of information in your face that you're never going to use. There's a huge opportunity. Now, the third thing here is that there's no back-end conversion engine. And so where this is mainly our middle of funnel, this is our bottom of funnel. This is the assurance that we need to send people from that stage of really, they know us, they like us, and they probably trust us, to then understanding, right? To then wiping all confusion they have of our offer, how it's going to get them from point A to point B across the bridge, why we're the person to do it, why they can trust us. This is all the reassurance that a lot of people fail to give because they don't put in the time and effort or don't understand what these important back-end conversion systems are that make up a conversion engine. And so the common problems are weak VSL or no VSL in the first place, weak confirmation page or no confirmation page. There's no nurture going on after they booked that call, after they've engaged with that opt-in page, meaning they had interest in the offer, they wanted to learn more about it. You have no sales assets, you have no middle of funnel setter, you have no one texting these people after they book the call or after they sign up on the opt-in. And so ultimately your content might have sold them on going a bit further and watching the VSL or maybe even booking a call, but strong content can't overcome a weak backend. No matter how good your content is, there's still going to be people that after booking that call still have doubts of if spending time on this call is really going to be worth it for them. They're also going to be curious. They're going to want to do their research. They're going to go do it themselves. If you don't give them the information, if you don't help help them with that process of doing their due diligence and provide them with a confirmation page with multiple videos breaking down every question that they might have about this call coming up and joining your offer, they're going to go look externally. They're going to go on Reddit, they're going to go on Instagram, they're going to go on ChatGPT and get some pessimistic answer, right? And so you want to be the one, of course, to be serving that information, to be educating them on your offer. Now, the fourth thing where a lot of people in the info space struggle is with predictability. It's having a lot of roller coaster months due to their organic performing well, they stuck to a trend really well. And people are usually put in a case scenario like that where they're forced to survive off of their organic performance, which is not 100% predictable. Even if people tell you it is, it's not 100% predictable because they don't have a paid acquisition channel running consistently. And so scaling a predictable and legitimate offer is going to require predictable lead flow, predictable call volume, data, control, and you can't rely on algorithm luck or even decent consistency on organic to guarantee all of those things that are much needed. And so the simple solution that's needed is a predictable and strategic ad strategy. It's running ads on Meta. It's having a diversified campaign. It's setting them up in a way or working with a team that understands what they're doing. They can diversify ad creatives. They're putting enough into the campaign. They're running it to an optimized funnel that's aligned with your messaging. It's congruent with the ad creative. It's congruent with your overall offer. And you're ripping this ad campaign with all the checkboxes marked. In that case, you're likely going to have a good time. So overall, as an overview, what's going to fix this is a 4-layer machine. This is exactly what we help other e-com operators implement for their businesses to scale and to not spend a bunch of time doing it either, but to scale predictably and not rely on luck month by month. And so the 4-layer system looks like this. It's authority, familiarity, paid acquisition, and back-end conversion. To run through these one more time, authority is mainly going to come from YouTube. Super important, right? That's going to build our authority in the middle of funnel. After people have seen us, they become familiar, right? We build up familiarity bias from our other platforms with short form content. Maybe they even saw our ads. That's what caused them to become familiar with us. On X, through our X strategy, and they need to get that authority at some point by seeing the YouTube, right? We also use that in multiple other sections. Like you'll see when I get to the back-end conversion where we use that. Then with paid acquisition, ripping a campaign. It's optimized. It's going to be predictable. It's going to work. It's going to allow you to be in a position where you can hand Meta $1, you can receive $3 to $5 every single month. Back-end conversions, meaning that once people get to that last stage where they're going on the landing page, they're watching the VSL, they're opting in, or they're booking the call, that's all back-end, right? And so through that whole process, we want to push them to give them all the certainty, make sure the VSL is completely congruent with our market, with our ICP, it's aligned with our offer, it's aligned with our messaging that we had in the front end to get them to push to book that call. Once they book that call, giving them the information, the confirmation pages that's once again fully aligned, hitting them with sales assets, taking our YouTube videos, nurturing them even more in email sequences that we're sending them to help them do more research because maybe they don't want to watch all the videos on the confirmation page. It's manually following up from the time that they book the call to that call taking place, helping them do their research, answering any questions they might have, and guaranteeing that they're not only going to show up to the call, increasing our show rate, but they're going to show up ready to buy. They're going to show up knowing a lot more about our offer because we took time out of our day. We put effort into building these systems to educate them and give them the right information, allowing them to show up this call with a lot more clarity, as well as making it so they're not wasting their time. They're not wasting your time. It's not an education call where they're asking you all these basic questions that they would probably have if you don't answer them before the call. They're showing up just ready to buy. They want the information. They want to know the price if they don't know already. They maybe want to see some case studies. You want to know a little bit about their situation to see exactly how you're going to help them. But boom, just like that, 10-30 minute call, they're ready to buy, close rates going up. And so what we've seen working with other people in the e-com space is that this lifts Amazon coaching offers into the 30 to 50K month ranges. And that's going to wrap up this video. If you are running an e-com business yourself and you're clearing 6 figures per year in personal profit, and you're either in the info space or looking to get into it to monetize the knowledge that you already have, help people take the same steps that you did to scale their own e-com business, and you want to build this the right way with systems, with a team, put yourself in the highest place of leverage at all times, and to overall maximize results with your brand and offer, I'll leave a link down below where you can learn more about what we do, see some of the people that we've helped, and book a call to speak directly with me one-on-one. I'll take a look into your operation, see how it could work for you, and overall see if we're a good fit. Either way, catch you in the next video. Hope this one was valuable. Peace.